Hello everyone and welcome back to the Menagerie. I've covered a lot of despicable people on this channel so far, but in my personal opinion this monster is one of, if not the most reprehensible I've covered thus far. Just talking about his crimes makes me furious. So I'll warn you now, there's a lot of discussion of assault, murder, and abuse, all involving children in this episode. Just fair warning. Peter Scully is the most notorious pedophile in Australian history, and arguably the most violent child predator of the past 50 years. Born on January 13th, 1963, Peter Scully was a native of Australia who, in 2011, fled to the Philippines from his home country to evade charges of fraud in various real estate schemes. It was here in the Philippines that his brutal criminal enterprise took off. He began a dark web pay-per-view site called No Limits Fun. This site offered an array of illegal content involving the extreme abuse of children. The most infamous video in his catalog was a multi-part series called sDestruction. The site marketed it with the following, quote, "Come see a child's mental ruin. Her innocence lost. Used as a tool, she'll learn how to please her mistress. Her body will be ravaged, her dignity stolen." The series involved the abuse of 3 girls, but the primary victim of the abuse was Daisy, not real name, who at the time was only 18 months old. Her exploitation was perpetrated on video by the other 2 victims in the series, aged 11 and 12 years old. In other words, this guy was using children to abuse babies. Although this was the most notorious video and the one that eventually led to Scully's capture, it certainly wasn't the only series from his depraved business practices. Some of these videos included victims being forced to dig their own graves. An international manhunt for those responsible for these videos' production was launched, and Scully was tracked down to Malabale City in the Philippines. He was arrested on the 20th of February 2015. Authorities were also able to track down the victims of his most infamous series, 2 of which were still alive. In the end, Scully was sentenced to life in prison and 75 victims were tied to his actions. Currently, he is still incarcerated in the Philippines.